So I've been using the 2018 iPad Pro since its release pretty much every single day, give or take, and my use case for the device has certainly evolved. It's definitely replaced my computer from a standpoint of all of my work being done aside from video editing, so script writing, planning out tasks, answering emails, all that stuff, and really just kind of my main content consumption device when I travel. And over the last few years, I've discovered a lot of new apps and accessories that definitely help me get the most out of my iPad Pro. And so in this video, I'm gonna share with you some of those new apps and accessories that I've been using lately with my 2018 iPad Pro. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications whenever we share a video. Starting off with apps, and although some of these apps might not be new, they're ones that I've been using a lot recently, and the first one is actually Fortnite, which I'm giving another shot only because of the latest update, which now supports 120 frames per second. So playing Fortnite on an iPad Pro has become smoother than ever thanks to the display's high refresh rate, and of course the power that the iPad Pro is capable of producing in order to play this game at the higher frame rate flawlessly. I'm still pretty terrible at this game, so just disregard any of the gameplay that you see here, but thanks to iOS 13's ability to pair an Xbox or PS4 controller to your iPad, at least it's a little bit easier for me to play than using the on-screen controls. So if you're a Fortnite fan and an iPad Pro owner, let me know in the comment section down below if you're digging the latest update. Our next app is Photoshop for iPad. Not the one that Adobe gave us years ago, but the one that they've been promising us that we would be getting, which is supposed to mimic more of what we get on desktop. And it was released a couple of months ago. And while it's still not 100% exactly like a true desktop experience, it's definitely a lot closer. I've been loving the Apple Pencil integration more and more. I find it a lot easier to use for touch-ups and using certain tools like lasso or brushes. The best part about Photoshop CC for iPad is that it's designed to work seamlessly with the desktop version, and it certainly does a pretty good job at that. Photoshop for iPad was designed with touch and mobility in mind since it is a tablet, but it was built using the same code base as Photoshop on desktop, so users don't need to worry about conversions or compressions or importing, exporting when swapping between your iPad and a desktop. I do really enjoy starting a project or editing a thumbnail on one device, and then I can easily pick up and use pretty much all of the same tools and features across both my Mac and my iPad. Oxy Pro is a new app that I've been using recently. It's been around for a little while, but I've just discovered it. And it's if you're really into music or making music, but you don't really know where to start or have time to dive into some more complex programs, Oxy Pro does a good job of simplifying everything. It makes making music easy and fun, and you can make some things pretty quickly that can turn out really awesome. Now, as I said, I just started to recently use this app a lot, and there's a lot of complex tweaks that you can do to instruments like running high or low pass filters, pitch modulation, etc. But you can also just kind of tap around the UI and make easy beats. It's up to you how crazy complex you want to get with it. There's a stripped down version of Oxy Pro available called Oxy Jam. And if you're not into the whole subscription model price, or you don't think that you'll use all of what Oxy Pro has to offer, you can give Oxy Jam a shot for a one-time fee of only $6.99. And it's still just as fun and easy to use in order to create some music. Finally, the last app that I want to mention, I've recently taken a liking to kind of help with my productivity, and that's the Postit app. Yes, an app made by the people who make Post-its to make virtual Post-its, but there are some great features that make it really helpful. I really like that I can combine my world of physical and digital Post-it notes into one app, using the built-in scanner feature where it scans any physical Post-it note that I might have, and I can add it to my board. All notes sync across both macOS and iOS platforms, which is nice, so that you can bring up something that you might have written down on your iPad and then check it out on your Mac later on. And it really helps you kind of stay on track with some of those Post-it boards that you might have created, and you can check them out, like I said, on your phone or your Mac or your iPad. Anytime you really want to jot down an idea, you have that available with you. It's definitely worth checking out in my opinion, and it's 100% free so far. All right, moving on to some accessories really quickly. I want to touch on just a couple. There are a few accessories that I've really been enjoying lately with my iPad, and I wanted to share them with you. And the first one I get asked about a lot is what kind of screen protector I'm using with my iPad Pro. And now this can apply to pretty much most models of iPads out there. In fact, I'm going to show it to you on a iPad Air, but this is also one that I use on my iPad Pro. It's just mine recently had a crack on it. So this is a tempered glass screen protector from iCares. Now, as I said before, I use this company for pretty much any device, and most specifically the iPads and my iPhones, because they make some really awesome screen protectors for my iPhone as well. They're super easy to install. As you can see, I have a very easy bubble-free look. And the best part is for two 12.9-inch tempered glass iPad Pro screen protectors, you only have to pay roughly $7, which is absolutely nuts when you think about it, because one screen protector from a very popular company might run you nearly $50 for just one. And I really haven't noticed much of a difference in terms of quality. I highly recommend picking these guys up if you're looking for a tempered glass screen protector. This next product is from Satechi, and it's not 100% specific to the iPad or the iPad Pro, but you can use it with your iPad Pro in order to charge your Apple Watch. This USB-C Apple Watch charger is incredibly small and lightweight and super versatile because, like you can see here, I can dock this to my iPad Pro using the USB-C port. And it uses the iPad Pro battery to charge my watch. This is really useful when you're on the go and traveling and you want to limit the size of the chargers that you might bring with you, or maybe the quantity of chargers that you might bring with you. And if there's a lack of wall outlets near your bed, you can use your iPad to charge your Apple Watch. But I highly recommend picking this guy up, especially if you are a frequent traveler. This last product is also not iPad Pro specific, but I have been using it with my MacBook and my iPad Pro a lot lately. And this is the Rugged Pro SSD from Lissie. Now, we all know that the USB-C port allows for some great accessories to be used with your iPad Pro, and this might be overkill, but this extremely fast external SSD is perfect for those who are trying to go full iPad and don't want to take up a lot of internal space with some of their bigger files they might be working with, so you're gonna need an external hard drive. And this is my recommendation. I can load all of my files onto this SSD and read them off my iPad Pro, edit video projects directly off of this drive, etc. Like I said, I use this constantly between my Mac and iPad Pro, and I'm very happy with it overall. And it might be worth checking out for you if you're looking for an SSD to couple with your iPad Pro. So that's it. These are the products and apps that I've been using lately with my 2018 iPad Pro. Most of these can be used with pretty much any iPad, but some of the accessories where you need the USB-C port, you're gonna need an iPad Pro. But I wanna know what you have been using with your iPad Pro, any of your products. What apps, what accessories? Let me know in the comments section down below. This has been Dan with Mac Rumors. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you around in the next video.